Hey everyone, a new episode of Miraculous just dropped, Sleeping Siren. So let's not waste time on the introduction and let's get into it. We begin with Ondine in desperate need for a little smooch if you know what I mean. And this is what Kim does instead. I can see his future and it's not looking bright, buddy. The whole thing is witnessed by the trio of terror who decide to make them their new target. Ondine gets fed up of the rest of the girls talking about their great relationship, so she trauma dumps. I mean, it's not really trauma dumping, she just dumps her problems onto them about her romantically dead relationship. Mind you, they are both 14 and 15. I don't know at this point. While Marinette starts bragging about her perfect movie-esque kiss in front of the poor girl, and then decides to help her.
Jojo! Have you learned nothing?
The three lifeless losers overhear this and plan to break them up, and he does this by giving Kim some swimming equipment in exchange for him never talking to girls again. Why? I don't know, cuties or something. And he accepts. And Ondine puts up with it, even reading him a poem she wrote. The girls who have no sense of boundaries or personal space overhear it via a nearby bush. Along with the loser trifecta, they all witness Kim laugh at Ondine's face after she reads him the poem. Oh, and he breaks the promise not to talk to girls and, like the idiot that he is, returns the shoes. Londo failed, so it's time for the gremlin to try and break them up. Ondine, for some reason, doesn't break up with him instantly. Instead, they make another scheme to try and kiss him, cause that'll solve the mountain of relationship problems they have. The gremlin goes and tries to intimidate Kim into breaking up with Ondine, which obviously doesn't work. And it's time for the last guy's try. Kim finds a bunch of treats on the floor and, like a dog, just follows them and eats them. One of them was literally inside the bathroom, mind you, and the rest were all on the floor. I barely know or care for you, Ondine, but you deserve better. Anyone deserves better than this. She tries to kiss him, but he just eats the thing, finally leading her to ask him why he won't kiss her. She also says she loves him, but I don't buy it. Sorry. She leaves crying. Kim finally feels an emotion until the last guy from the Incel Alliance arrives and tells him how kissing is yucky and gross, and you shouldn't do it. Marinette, still not giving up, gives her another idea, and Ondine challenges Kim to arm wrestling. She throws him on the floor and then goes to claim her prize, which is a kiss, and he's not up for it. Now, since he found out how gross or bad it is, I don't know how to feel about this. She's being so forceful. She said she won't force him and then does this. I don't know, it really gives weird SA vibes. I don't need this in my kids' show. Also, what's all the focus on kissing randomly? I get they're French, but come on, we've had 2 kissing-centric episodes in one season. And she finally gets akumatized into Sleeping Siren and floods the entire city of Paris once again. Marinette transforms while the class is stuck on the roof. Ondine puts on some orange lipstick and falls in deep sleep. It was yellow. The lipstick was yellow. Am I colorblind? What the fuck? I wrote orange. She falls into deep sleep, unleashes her Aqua Knights who turn everyone into toads. Ladybug calls for all of the heroes minus King Monkey for obvious reasons, and Minotaurx who's probably been turned into a toad. Aquabug and Hydrocat go deep along with the help of Ryuko's water dragon, and we finally, after 4 seasons and 6 years, get a Hydrocat transformation. They're about to reach Ondine when Kim arrives and Kagami, getting distracted, is turned into a toad, leaving Marinette to once again fuse the Ladybug and Dragon Miraculous and turn into Dragon Bug. But with the Aqua powers, this time Aqua Dragon Bug, yep, that's what I'm calling her. A mouthful, but I don't care. Aqua Dragon Bug finally confronts Kim and he finds out the truth about kissing, how it's normal, it's got no problems, you won't turn into a toad, and he transforms into King Monkey and goes to save Ondine. But first, he's gotta face a water dragon, which he does with the help of Aqua Dragon Bug's lucky charm. He sniffs her, yeah, that's something that happened. He sniffs her, gets rid of her lipstick, and Akuma dilemma over. The episode ending with Kim and Ondine finally kissing, and he apologizes for the 100th time, and all their many relationship problems are all over because of one kiss. Yeah, sure. For once, though, the class gets a clue and they leave them be. And we end on an Adrianette kiss. The Incel Lions are angry when a shadowy healed figure appears in front of them. Okay, well, now that that's out of the way, let's get into the review. Starting off with the good, what I liked. The whole fairy tale vibe of the episode was cute. I loved Ondine's mermaid look. She looked beautiful. The city getting flooded looked better this time than last time. All around an okay episode. Nothing really special other than us finally getting some new civilian villains. The hole that Chloe left has been filled, so finally getting a successor was nice. It also seems like every episode we are closer and closer to finally seeing Chrysalis. This was the closest we got, as we finally got a full body shot of her transformed, even if it was all covered in shadows, but what I could see, I liked. The heels look great. I'm so ready for this look. Also, visually, the episode looked great, from the suits to the transformations to the effects, the backgrounds, and the characters. Really loving the new look. But with that, that's all the good I've got. Let's take a nosedive into the bad. Or just didn't care for. Starting off with the central character, Kim and Ondine. Up until this point, all we've seen of Kim is him being an idiot and an asshole, and this episode does nothing different. While yes, he does apologize, I just don't care, because he's done this so many times. I'm so confused on what they're trying to do with him. Like from the end of Dark Humor from last season, if I remember correctly, I expected him to be an incel-y kind of loser with his whole no one can make a joke anymore Russell Brand energy. But in this episode, Miraculous does what it does best and settles for the most boring option and just makes him into an uhu himbo.
He's just a little guy. He tries so hard. And yes, he hurts other people, but he doesn't mean to. He's just so dumb and clueless. He's just a little guy.
And I hate that. All of that. So I don't care for him at all. Now, let's get into Ondine, the actual star of the episode. It does a great job showing me her struggle and make me root for a character I've only seen twice. But that's kind of ruined at the end when she doesn't just break up with him and stays with him. So, can't really give them that much props. Also, I've talked about this already, but the weird undertones in this children's TV show episodes are wild. Like, I genuinely felt like she was about to punch him for, not kissing her. Just gave me the ick, I don't know. I officially do not care for both of these characters. I mean, I never did to begin with, but I really don't now. Well, that's all the good and the bad I had. Overall, an enjoyable but boring episode, kind of like a lot of the episodes this season. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. At least it didn't have much Marinette focus. That's always appreciated. and it looked pretty. But with that, thank you for watching. Please like and share if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want my opinion on future episodes. Next up, it's the Dark Castle, where we get Alex's return, then Reckless Driver, Yaxley Gozen, and Noe. But that's all for today. Bye.